Well, you may have heard that sound at noon today, the first tornado siren test of the year. As we enter severe weather season, the National Weather Service is trying to make warnings more pertinent to you. And 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey is live in Cascade Township with more on the story. Joe?
Yeah, good afternoon, Sue. You know, when these sirens go off, usually that means trouble is in the air. But just how dangerous is that trouble? So often the warning sounds, but thankfully the dangers pass. That's the good news. Bad news, we tend to get a little complacent.
What we've seen over the past 40 years or so is that we've used tornado warnings for things that don't really cause life-threatening situations, so that's lessened the effect of tornado warnings.
So 3 years ago, the National Weather Service began an experiment in Grand Rapids and 5 other Midwest communities. The impact-based warning experiment gives people a better idea on the level of danger a particular storm presents.
With the system before, a tornado warning essentially cover anything from a tornado that flipped one trampoline to a tornado that wipes out an entire town. So the impact-based warnings allow us to differentiate between those weak, short-lived tornadoes that may only knock some trees down and damage a few homes versus those tornadoes that will really cause significant property damage and potentially kill people if they're not in their proper shelter.
With the impact-based warning system, it's all in the wording. The less severe the storm, the calmer the tone.
If there's a tornado that's going to wipe out your town, we're really going to beef up wording that basically says if you do not get underground, you will die or you will be seriously injured.
The benefits go beyond the general public. It also allows emergency management officials to figure out how to respond to a potential weather emergency. 3 years into the experiment, the Weather Service has decided to expand it to other areas of the country.
So far, it's really helped us to reduce the number of false alarms for tornado warnings.
Back here live in Cascade Township. Remember last weekend, if you have a smartphone, about 5:30 last Saturday morning, you heard it go off. It was an Amber Alert, telling you about an Amber Alert. Well, the cell phone companies have a similar app on their phones as well. It's an emergency alert. That, too, will now tell you when there is severe weather in the area. It acts as if you're driving or if your cell phone is near a tower, a cell phone tower that you are pinging off of that actually is in an area with bad weather. That's the only time it will go off. Live in Cascade Township, Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.